All right then, so let's get back to our Visual Studio Code over here. So we need to get this login input like email and password and confirm password. Since we already created states for each and everything, so we have that information already in our hand. So where is that? Okay, so we have two different options over here. One is sign in and another one is the sign up. So let's go for the sign up first. So where is that method? Sign up. So for this, I'm gonna create a function like on click. Whenever I click this, I'm gonna say sign up with email password. This is a function we're gonna create. Copy this because we need to create an account, then only we can sign in. So let's go ahead and create that. So const sign in with email password is equals an arrow 6 function. Let's create it. All right then. So here we need to make sure first if any of these values are empty, if any of these three values are empty, we are not supposed to do anything, right? So if these values are not empty, then only we need to create an account. All right, so let's go here. So here, if the user email or the email, we already have that. So password, all right, or confirm password is, if any of these three bracket is equals to empty string, if it is equals to empty, then what I'm going to do, we're going to say console.log they are empty. Save the changes. So now let me close that. If I click sign up, you can see it's showing the messages they are empty. Let me fill this sample at gmail.com, and I didn't fill the password field. If I click that, still the password field is empty. Okay, this is not supposed to be like this. It should be like this. Triple equals to, we need to check each and everything. Like this. If any of this field is empty, then it should be empty. Sign up. Yes, they are empty. If I have a password, now it's not working. Fine. Now it's working successfully. The condition is working perfectly as it's supposed to be. Cool. Then what we need to do is, I'm just going to say if this is empty, we need to throw an alert like record fields must be filled. So I'll keep it as empty for the time being. Else, if it is not empty over here, I'm going to check one more time whether the password and the confirm password. So if the password field is equals to confirm password, then only we need to start. Otherwise, it should show an alert message. Alert message. We need to create that alert message later. For the time being, let's keep it as alert message here. Alert message. Save the changes. And now inside here, if it is equals, this is the place where we're going to create that create a user account with email and password. So let's go to the Firebase documentation, where it is, here it is, and let's go to the password authentication. Well, if you scroll down a bit, you can see you have a method called sign in with email password. And if you scroll down, not there. Well, here it is. Create an email with create user with email and password. So the parameters, you can see the authentication, which we already have, and we need to supply your email and the password. That's it. Simple as that. So let's go here. Inside here, I'm gonna say await create user with email and password. If it is not importing for you automatically, better go to your Firebase auth and import that class by yourself, that method by yourself. So now in my case, it's imported. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to supply three different inputs. One is our authentication, which is Firebase auth, which we already have, and another one is our email, so user email. Make sure they are string inputs. Then comma we need to supply our password. Since we already validated if the password is equals to the confirmed password, then only it's going to create that user. All right, so await, and this is going to be an asynchronous method. Async, since we are using await, we need to keep it as asynchronous. So let me say comment it for the time being, and I'm just going to say console.log equal. So we need to make sure whether they are equal or not, then only we need to check that. So let's go back to the React app over here, and I'm going to say sample@gmail.com, and password field over here I'm just going to say sample@123, and then sample@123. Let me sign up, and they are saying us equal, so they are equal now. All right, so now what we need to do is let's disable this option, and then now what we need to do, we already passed the email, password and everything, so this will return the promise back, and then we need to get that user credential. So user credential, and let's open it, and just like the same way we're gonna copy this method, copy it, and I'm going to paste it over here. So since the user is successfully created, the state is going to change. We're going to get that credential of that user, and we're going to validate that user information. So exactly the same method, save the changes. So since we successfully created the sign in, completed this method, so let's go ahead and make sure whether everything is working fine or not. So let's go here, and let me refresh the changes. All right. Sorry. So now let's go to the create one, and here let's type the email address. So I'm just going to use victoryvailravi@gmail.com, and give us the password over here. Let's say sample@123 and sample@123. So now if I click sign up, so it's showing equal, and look at that, we got that message. So if I scroll down, you can see the user ID, and you can see that email which we added over there, and the email is not verified. Of course it's not verified, and since it's got the JWT token, it's sent to the backend and it's been validated, and it's got the information, so it's successfully created over here. So let's go here, and let's see where is the users. Let's go to the authentication, and here we go, we have our email. So the create is successfully working fine. So this is awesome. And now what we need to remove this email account and this field. We need to make sure these fields are empty. So once it's successfully logged in, we need to remove that field. So once the token is validated, this is the place. All right, so I don't need this console log, and right after here I'm just going to say set user email as empty field, and set confirm password as empty field, and set password as an empty field. So we all know that. So let me cut this, and once this function is called, once this password and confirm password is equal, we're gonna add that over here. Save the changes. Now this is working fine. So now what we need to do, all we have to do is to sign in with email and password. So that's what we're gonna do next.